Three, two, one. Hey everybody, today I'm here with Mr. Amir Salim of By Leaps and Bounds. He's my guest today. Thanks for coming in today, stopping by. All right. I just want to talk to you about your company. You know, I hear a lot about you, and I know we've met a few different times and we've had some great experiences together. But I want you to talk to the world and let them know about By Leaps and Bounds.
Okay. By Leaps and Bounds is an organization that I started a few years ago, and the premise that it was brought together on is just basically making sure that people understand that they have someone out there fighting for them. You know, it's actually hope out here. It's someone who cares about you. By Leaps and Bounds is to have people aspire to do better than what they're doing now. You know, so we basically bring community leaders, professionals, and other civic leaders together to help us do this job.
Sounds like a very interesting job, and it sounds like a very tedious task. But I see that you're the right man for the job, and I'm proud of you for putting that together because we need more companies like that around the greater Cleveland area. There are a lot of children that need someone to look up to.
Correct.
And I'm sure you agree with that.
Correct. And I mean, the job that you're doing as well, you know, I watch your movement as well. And Libra Scales, Friends of the Scales, Bruton Martin is just a great individual to have. For anybody looking for a mentor, I would say, you know, you wouldn't go wrong by dealing with Mr. Bruton Martin.
Okay. That's nice of you. And I've been working hard to try to get this position because it's a platform here that everyone can tap into. And by me being a broadcaster, I just really want to bring what I can to the market. Okay. So how long have you been dealing with Voice of Radio? Because I know you broadcast.
Voice of Radio's relationship has been since mid-February, probably the early part of March. And I actually signed a contract to start Blabbermouth Radio, and we start airing June 1st.
Okay. That's cool. So Blabbermouth Radio, that's your brand that you have through Voice of Radio?
Yes. Well, that's a brand that I developed outside of Voice of Radio. Voice of Radio gives us a platform in which to broadcast every Saturday. We broadcast from 10 to noon on www.voiceofradio.com. Like I say, every Saturday.
Okay. And do you have different guests coming in, or how do you work that broadcast?
Well, it's interesting. You know, what we try to do is expose our younger people to more polished people or people who could be mentors in their life. So we might ask a guest to come on, and instead of someone like myself or someone else interviewing them, we try to set up an opportunity for the young people to have a conversation with the guests.
Okay. Sounds very interesting. Do the kids, do they take a lot from that? Do they run and tell you about, you know, how they feel after these people leave?
Well, I would say we started with the youngest member that we started with was Alexis Nunn. She's been with us since June 1st. And Alexis got very excited we had a couple principals on. We want to give a shout out to Cedric McEachron of Fullerton, who's the principal there. Miss Monique Cook, she's the assistant principal for Parma. And they were two of our initial guests. Alexis got very excited by when they came on and Mariama White. So they do get extra juice from certain guests, but they're very pleased to get an opportunity to speak to people and learn about their lives and learn about what else is going on outside their immediate world.
Okay. So what fueled you to start Blabbermouth Radio?
Well, the thing that fueled me was you always hear people talk about there is a problem in the youth, a problem with the youth. And I just think you need to be part of the solution. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So I didn't want to get up, have myself be in that same area where I'm not doing enough to give back. So that fueled me to actually start a program and a product that could actually emphasize these children.
Okay. So By Leaps and Bounds, is that something that you incorporate into your life, or is that something that you came up with to help the people? What I mean by that is did you know that you had no leaps and bounds when you started this program? Did you already know that?
Well, By Leaps and Bounds has always been a part of me because what you'll find out in the future that By Leaps and Bounds is really just a life program. Mm-hmm. It starts from basic infancy and goes all the way to, we leave this earth. So we're going to have a lot of programs that help anybody that fits in that area, and that's everybody. Everybody fits in By Leaps and Bounds in some way or fashion.
Right, and I agree because that's how I cater to my friends with a skill and Libra Skills Radio. because these second chance bands, they have two sides.
Right.
One side says second chance, and that represents the second chance that we all must take,
Right.
not the one that someone's going to give us.
Right.
And then the other side has the fist that represents power and the scale that represents balance.
Right.
Because no matter what our sign is, we all need power and balance in our lives.
That's true.
So, my brand, as well as yours, it represents the people.
Yep.
And you have to go through the people because the people are who are going to keep everything going.
7 minutes.
So, do you have available opportunities right now for students that are interested in getting into your program?
Yes, what you want to do is call our main number. It's 216-400-9050. And if you don't get an answer, just leave a message. We'll get back to you. Or you can access me by a.salim, that's a.saleem at blabonair.com through an email, and I'll be sure to reply.
Okay. So tell me what it's been like for you to work with the parents of these children, these youth.
The parents are interesting. You get all types of people. I've had some great support from the parents, but they have a lot of questions. They have their young people being thrust into an area that they're not used to. I mean, think about it. When we were growing up, how many opportunities did we get to be on air, whether it was video or audio?
Right.
So you're exposing their children. They just want to know that, first of all, that you have their best interests at heart. Once they find out that they have your confidence and you have theirs, and it just flows really nicely. But there are some parents that still need some work, and we're still committed to doing that work.
I remember I got a chance to meet, was that Alexis Nunn's family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there were some great people, and they had a business.
Yes.
And
No. That's the Tyambas.
The Tyambas.
Mm-hmm. That's Saket is the oldest. She's 18.
Okay.
Then there's Amaku, who's 15. And then there's Sami, she's 10. And then there's Sha'ar, that's 5.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a business called Shape for Life. And you could go on the web and get them at www.shapeforlife.com.
Okay. And I also bumped into them down at the tailgating event.
Right, Cleveland Classic.
At the Cleveland Classic. So what was that like? I know you guys had the live broadcast.
Yes, it was different. We've never simulcast from an atmosphere like that. I think they felt the energy. Of course, they remember you, and they felt very happy to be around you again. But they met some other great people. And then we have been so blessed to have Princess Kanija join the Blabbermouth team, and she performed. So they got a lot of energy and a lot of support. When you see young people pair up with other young people, amazing things happen.
Definitely.
So we're all about trying to, keep that connection going.
Okay. You said Princess Kanija. That's the young lady that's 11 years old that has the recording deal with Universal Records.
Yes.
And she has a nice single out. I actually bought a copy of it.
Red light, green light.
Yeah, red light, green light.
Right.
She's in over 16 states,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a lot of markets.
Right.
So that little girl right there is definitely opening a lot of opportunities. And I'm glad that the radio can tie in directly to her brain,
Right.
because that builds the structure that it takes to make a big company, and keep things going.
Well, again, it's the pairing up.
There we go.
Sami is 10, Kanija is 11.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an immediate flow there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have started an anti-bullying campaign.
Definitely.
They have a coat drive that started September 1st to November 16th.
Mm-hmm.
We have drop-offs at University Settlement, that's 4800 Broadway, at the Agora with Voice It. And then we have another drop-off, I believe it's 9722 Madison Avenue. So if you have gently used coats and that you want to help someone, this season, you just drop them off at one of the drop points. But Kanija starting her tour October 21st in Georgia. So they're doing a lot. They have a lot of commitments to make before then. So we're just happy that we could be a part of what she's doing.
Okay. I recently have been given the opportunity to put together concerts at the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
And I've been writing lyrics, and I'm actually directing the entire program. And Princess Kanija is one of the people that's going to help me push the brand.
Okay.
So I would like to offer an opportunity for your young women and young men at Blabbermouth Radio to be a part of that.
Okay.
Because my angle is to go through the children and to give them something that they can be proud of. And the parents, if the child say that they like something, then the parents have to support the children.
Right.
So I just want to give the children something positive to believe in. And I believe that you're the man to help me get that point across.
And I agree. I'm thankful that you see value in what we do. We have been working very hard to make sure our brand is that as friendly to the community, and then that's engaging to our young people. Because if you don't actually get an opportunity to catch their interest, you're not going to get them. So you have to have a brand that they can connect with, that they feel like they want to be a part of. And I see, like I said, when you first came around and were doing the bands and telling everybody what Friends of Scale was, they were very energized. So in saying that, I thank you, and we do accept. We want to join you in whatever it is that you're doing. I'm sure that it's going to be very positive and enlightening for the children.
Okay. Friends of the Scale. You are a friend of the Scale.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's been about 3 months
Yes, sir.
since I got you your band down there at Voice of Radio, and the energy, like you said, was just amazing.
Yep.
And you guys actually had me in there like 4, 5, 6 different times.
Yep.
I was actually on the Game On sports talk show.
Right. That's EP show.
I was on Live Feet, which was Mika Nova's Latin show. Trying to cross over.
That's
Just
right.
trying to
That's
make
right.
different
1
moves in this industry.
1 minute.
And
1
I
minute.
also visited
I'm right
Conversations with
I'm
Keith
right here.
on Saturdays,
Conversation with Keith and Coffee.
right after Blabbermouth Radio.
12 to 2.
Let me know when
Right.
it's
So
30
you guys
seconds.
definitely have a platform, and you've helped me grow as a broadcaster and as an individual. And I'm very grateful for the opportunities that we've all had to really get to know each other and mingle. And opportunities like this are hard to come by. So you were the person that I wanted to come here. I wanted to build on that relationship. Wanted to invite you down here to WeTV
How much time?
and just have a great show and let the people know about your brand.
30 seconds.
And that's where we are today. So this is WeTV. It's been a great time with Mr. Amir Salim.
Yes, sir.
You're more than welcome to come back anytime.
Thank you.
You have my number. Tell
Yes, sir.
people where they can see you again, where they can find you online.
They can find me online
15.
at
14,
a.salim at
12,
blabonair.com
Okay.
10,
or 216-400-9050 direct.
7,
Okay.
6.
Well, you heard it here first.
5,
WeTV,
4,
Drew Martin. I'll be
3,
back in a minute from
2,
commercial.